Hey, this is Pastor Vince, and I am here at El Rancho this morning, getting ready to go buy some oxtail. Today we're going to make a tasty, delicious treat. My mother-in-law's coming over, and Grandma's going to make caldo de res. And so we're going to talk about how that's done. So stay with us. It's going to be a great day, and by the end of this day we're going to have some delicious, juicy caldo to share with you. Tres pedazos de cola de res. Alright, so I got the bones, I got the caldo, I got the caldo de res, found 3 oxtails, and so we're getting ready to go. Hey everybody, like I was saying, we have a very special guest today, and this is my mother-in-law. Ruth, say hello.
Hello.
She's going to help us make caldo de res today because it's a little chilly outside, and so we're going to start making caldo. So we welcome you here today. Thanks for watching this. Also, my son Ariel is practicing his harp, so we're going to have a little caldo making music going on while we do that. So first thing we're doing is we're preparing the pot, and we got a big pot here, and Grandma's going to wash it out and make sure everything's ready to go, and then we're going to start getting the vegetables ready. And while we get the vegetables ready, we'll put the meat on, and then after that we'll be ready to go. Alright, so now you're washing the carrots and the potato. You really got a lot of skin off of that one. It looks good. It looks like a white potato there almost.
It does. It's a different potato than this. It has a very thin
Okay.
skin. So these have to be really washed good because, you know, they've been in the dirt.
Alright, we're getting ready to look at the oxtails now. And this is the particular slice of beef that we like to use on this. Which one do you have there, Grandma? Well, that's the caldo meat, right?
This is the caldo de res with a little bone, because the bone is what gives it a lot of flavor, good flavor.
Oh, okay. And which one does the oxtail look like?
The oxtail, well, maybe it was cut up, sort of like this.
The first ones you had over there?
Yes, right here. This is the part of the oxtail right here. It has a lot of meat.
Okay, very good. And then those are just the other...
Yeah, there are other pieces of beef.
Okay. And so you're going to brown it in the pot first?
No, I'm going to go ahead and add the broth.
Oh, okay.
We don't brown it. Unless it's a roast, then you brown the roast before you roast it.
I see. You don't need to brown it.
No, you don't need to brown it.
Excellent.
No, so you can go ahead and...
Alright, so we're putting the water into the pot.
Yes. Now, if you will help me sit this over here on the stove.
Okay.
Right.
Alright, so right now we're preparing the garlic. And you're going to cut off those tips, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Some people add the skin, but I don't like to add the skin because they'll be floating around on the top of the soup.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. You know, you don't want to eat that.
And you say this was your mother's recipe?
My mother's recipe, yes. I used to help her cook when I was at home before I got married. Cook for 8 children and my mother and father. So we had to make sure that we had plenty. Plenty of soup, plenty of rice and beans.
How often did y'all eat caldo?
Oh, mainly in the winter, you know, when weather got a little cool. So that was the official beginning of winter or fall.
Okay, and so today's November 1st.
Yes.
And so this is caldo day.
This is caldo day, officially winter.
Beginning of the caldo season here.
Yeah, oh yes. And yeah, there was a lot of people in there buying caldo ingredients.
You're gonna make how many pieces of that caldo, of that garlic you're gonna put in there?
I'm going to.
You put the
Try-
whole thing? The whole clove in?
Yeah, the whole clove. Yeah, because later we can take them out. Unless you want to eat them because they're very healthy for you. Yeah, they're very healthy for you.
So we just added a little Himalayan salt and we're stirring it up there. There's the Himalayan salt, freshly ground.
Need more salt.
Need more salt. Okay,
Yes.
back to the...
Still need more.
Still need more salt. All right. Well, what vegetables are we going to put in today, Grandma?
The vegetables.
Was that a couple of rotel?
That's for the rice.
Oh, for the rice. Okay.
We're going to add tomatoes.
Are those Roma tomatoes?
These are Roma tomatoes. They're very delicious. And we have yellow squash
Okay.
and frozen corn because corn is not available right now.
Okay.
We have calabacita,
Calabacita.
which is the green calabacita.
I believe they call it Mexican squash.
Yeah, Mexican squash
Okay.
and the yellow squash. And we have a whole cabbage right
Okay.
here. And we have the yellow onions.
Yellow onion.
Yellow onions are tastier than the white as far as I'm concerned. All right, and then later we will make a little guacamole, and here is the guacamole.
Excellent.
And let me take this out. And then also with the serrano chiles, which are right here. Serrano. And also cilantro. Cilantro is very important.
Okay.
So here it is. So we're going to be preparing those for later on to add them to the soup.
And then you also have comino. Do you use comino?
Yes, I'll use a little comino, so I'm going to add that right now.
Okay.
Blender.
Okay, so those are the tomatoes for the
Chile.
chile.
Yeah,
Okay.
the tomatoes for the chile.
All right.
Okay, and let me check this. The meat.
What exactly are we looking for?
I'm looking for a piece of meat so I can pinch it to see if it's done. Ow. Yeah, it is.
All right.
It is cooked. Now, I'm going to start adding the hard vegetables, which is the carrots and let me see, maybe the potatoes.
And you don't want to put the corns in?
No, not yet, because they're very soft. We don't want it to get soggy.
Oh, okay.
You know, we'll cook the hard vegetables first.
Oh, okay.
So let me see what they.
Oh, so that's the key. I was because my caldo is kind of mushy a lot.
Oh, you put everything together.
I put everything at the same time.
Oh, okay, let's see.
And that's what the problem is there.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to lift that and put those in there for you?
Well, let me see. I have to pick the carrots first because these are very soft.
Oh, okay.
The squash is very soft, so that won't take long to cook. But the carrots take a little bit longer.
Okay, so you put the carrots in first. And then also the potatoes, right?
And the potatoes, yeah. A bit for this.
Okay. Did you get the beef bouillon in there?
Yes, I did. It is delicious.
And how much of the beef bouillon did you put in there?
I put about 2 or 3 teaspoons for that big pot.
Okay.
See, this is to serve about more than 10 people, between 10 and 15 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll be eating on this for a couple of days then.
Yeah, oh yeah. But you know what, since it's cold, we'll just put the soup in the garage because it's not going to fit in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so these are the potatoes. Uh-oh.
I will get that. So we're getting the roasted tomatoes, the serrano peppers.
Yeah.
Cutting them up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Then we're gonna put them in my NutriBullet.
Yeah.
What about the cilantro? Do you put cilantro in there?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit of cilantro.
A little bit of cilantro.
What about onions?
Onion, no, I really don't. I don't use onion.
Okay.
Because you're going to have the pungent of the garlic. So I don't know if you want both of those things in there. It's up to you. It's up to you, whatever you want.
Okay, so the garlic is enough for the
Yeah.
for the hot sauce.
And the little comino.
Mhm.
And I think we have some leftover. Here we go. And where's the comino? That and
That's beautiful, Grandma. I like what
yeah,
you've done.
we need to cook the cabbage. Get in again. Get down there, cabbagey.
Okay. So it looks like you just kind of cubed the cabbage and threw it in there so that
Yeah.
the leaves stay big.
Yes, yes. And then if you want cabbage, you can just cut from there.
Uh-huh. And you threw a whole tomato in there?
No, four
four.
tomatoes. Uh-huh.
Oh, but okay, you quartered
tomatoes.
those. I see.
Yeah.
All right. That's very good. And that's been about 3 hours you've been doing it?
About 3.5 hours.
Oh, okay. Very good. And so,
And so what?
all right, so here's the finished caldo. You got the caldo, you got the meat, and you got the cabbage as well there. We also prepared some rice, some Spanish rice. You got the hot sauce. And that concludes our video. Thank you very much, Grandma. Appreciate you coming, making us some beautiful, delicious caldo. Join us next time.